Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So now we begin the prayers by Queen Kunti. Tonight we're only studying the first half, and then our next program will do the second half. Please repeat. Kunti Ovacha Namasye Purusham Dvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahi Avastitam. Kunti Uvacha. Srimati Kunti said, Namasye, let me bow down. Purusham, the Supreme Person. Twa, you. Adyam, the original. Ishwaram, the controller. Prakrite, of the material cosmos. Parang, beyond. Alaksham, the invisible. Sarva, all. Bhutanam, of living beings. Anta, within. Bahi, without. Avastitam, existing. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, and yet you are invisible to all. Next verse. Maya Javadikanchanam Agyadhoksajam Avyayam Nalakshyase Mudadrisha Natto Natyadaro Yata. Maya, deluding. Janavika, curtain. Achanam, covered by. Agya, ignorant. Adhoksajam, beyond the range of material conception. Transcendental. Avyayam, irreproachable. Na, not. Lakshyase, observed. Mudha drisha, by the foolish observer. Natta, artist. Natyadaraha, dressed as a player. Yata, as. Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. So hopefully you are noticing the things that Kunti is saying. Some of these are explained by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Those of you who know Bhagavad Gita are seeing, oh yes, Krishna says like that in Bhagavad Gita. So everyone, even though we are studying Bhagavatam, everyone should be reviewing Bhagavad Gita to always remain very, very up to date in your knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita should be on your fingertips like your cell phone. You carry your cell phone everywhere you go, don't you? So, Bhagavad Gita should be also like that. The knowledge of Bhagavad Gita should, and the only thing you want to learn Bhagavad Gita, you just have to keep reading it and chanting it. That's all. You people know that to make the sandalwood, you just have to keep grinding, keep grinding. It's a slow process. You add a little water, and then you... It's rough work. It's a good workout for your arms and wrists, right? And it takes so long. You just get little. And if you do it for the deities, they require lots. So you can spend a lot. So Bhagavad Gita is like that. You just keep over and over and over again. Just reading it and hearing it. It will be there. It'll be flowing from your blood. And then when you read, you'll say, yes, Krishna says same thing in Bhagavad Gita. Let's continue. Tata paramahansanam muninam amalatmanam bhakti yoga vidhanartham katam pasye mahi striya. Tata, besides that, paramahansanam, of the advanced transcendentalists. So this Paramahansa means supreme swan. Prabhupada explains, the swan has that ability to extract nectar and leave the water. It has some kind of, I could say, mystic power. Just like birds have a mystic power. They can fly. We need a big tin machine to fly, but the birds, everybody has a little mystic power. So these advanced transcendentalists, this material world is asat. It's not truth, but you can extract the truth when you have the eyes of Krishna consciousness. When you have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, any situation, you can pick something out of it and always get some realization. Muninam, of the great philosophers or mental speculators. Amala Atmanam, those whose minds are competent to discern between spirit and matter. So that's the Sankhya yogis. And Sankhya is described in which chapter of Bhagavad Gita? 5. Look at the title of chapter 5 of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. But of course, you can find some things in chapter 3 also. But that 5th chapter, distinguishing between spirit and matter, that's what a Muni does. This is eternal. This is not eternal. This is temporary. This is material. This is spirit. Always discriminating. Bhakti Yoga, the science of devotional service. So look what Prabhupada is emphasizing. It's a science, not sentimentality. It's a science. Indeed, the whole 7th canto is entitled The Science of God. It's the 7th item, the 10 items of Bhagavad Gita. Like Bhagavad Gita has 5, Bhagavatam has 10, so one of them is Isha Katha. And Prabhupada translates Isha Katha, the science of God, or narrations about Isha, God himself, the controller. Vidhana artam, for executing. Katam, how. Pashyema, can observe. In 2nd canto, Shukadev will say, Pashyannapi na pasyati. They're seeing, but they're not really seeing. But the transcendentalist, he or she actually sees what this was going on in this material world. If you're not in Krishna consciousness, you can't really see what's going on. And then he, certainly, striya, women. If you want, you can repeat. You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? So, now I raise a question. Who can answer Kunti's question according to Bhagavad Gita? Who can directly answer her? Let's see who knows. Rama? What do you say? That's it. Come on, give her the mic. No, I'm recording this. I need it to be recorded. So, what verse comes to mind? Yes. Mangi varta vyapasritya yepisu papa yonaya striyo vaishas tata sudras tepi yanti param. And I told you the story. I'm sitting there. Prabhupada is speaking to Mrs. Modi, and he's speaking in Hindi, and every so often he points to me and says, Papa Yonaya. Because that's what he was explaining to her, that this process of Krishna consciousness is so powerful. Even this Malacha Yavana fool, even he can become Krishna conscious. So that is the answer to Kunti is saying. So when Kunti is saying this, she's exhibiting a very important Vaishnava quality, which is what? What is her mood? Humility. Humility. We are told by Lord Chaitanya, wear it on your neck for constant remembrance. That's what distinguishes the devotee. Because there's a problem. The yogis, the jnanis, the munis, they can tend to be a little proud. There's examples. Durvasa was envious of who? Ambarish. And there are other examples. But the devotee always keeping himself or herself meek and humble. Lord Chaitanya instructs us. So Kunti is saying, now, next question. This statement by Kunti is also answered by the gopis of Vrindavan. Because you'll notice in the Krishna book or in the 10th canto, and Lord Chaitanya certified, there is no better method of worshiping Krishna than that conceived by the gopis. And if you read Krishna book, Prabhupada mentions, gopis didn't go to school. What do they know? Yes, they know. The answer to every question, Krishna. So Prabhupada mentions this, that they didn't go to school, but they would hear from the Brahmanas, right? They would hear from the saintly persons, and they would grasp it. But they had the perfection of all transcendental knowledge because they were completely, always thinking about Krishna. Now, long time ago, and I mentioned it yesterday in my New Dwarka class. Specifically, what do the gopis always meditate? What about the flute? They're meditating the flute? The sound of the flute. And that sound of the flute, Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, that meditation on that sound keeps them enlivened, enthused, and refreshed. So can we imitate? Can we go to Amazon.com and Krishna's flute, please? Can you buy that? No, not possible. So, how can we follow in the footsteps of the gopis? Yes, always meditating on the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Please teach me. Very good. Now this next one is a mantra in itself. You could chant this next verse in a kirtan. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Every word, practically speaking, name of Krishna. This is perfect. Krishnaya, the Supreme Lord. Vasudevaya, unto the son of Vasudeva. But there, I have mentioned many times, there is another meaning of Vasudev. Oh, excuse me, Vasudev. What do I always tell you? What did you say? Yes, all pervasive. All pervasive, and he's conscious that he's all pervasive. Very good. Devaki Nandanaya, unto the son of Devaki. Cha, and Nanda Gopa. Nanda and the cowherder men. So, he's the son of Devaki in Mathura and Dwaraka, but in Vrindavan, son of Yashoda and Nanda. Kumaraya, unto their son. So, Palganda starts at the age of 5. Who knows? I don't know myself. What's the Kumara age? 6? Yeah, I think that makes, yeah. No, I think you're right. Oh, but wait. Wait. Because now I'm thinking of that. You're right. Actually, Palganda and Kumara are the same because that verse by Prahlad. Kumara, and the translation is from the age of 5. So I didn't bring my bell, but you were right. So Palganda and Kumara same. From the age of 5, Krishna consciousness should begin. So, I think you picked up from the age of 5. How old was he when I first came in contact with you? No, I'm not talking about Mukund. I'm talking about Rohan. What year did we meet? So how old was he then? You were 10. All right. But definitely Mukund, you've been with me since you're... So what year was that? Why is Om hiding? Come out of the darkness and into the light. No hiding. Yes. Very good. Anyway, my students have been with me. Yes. Okay. Govindaya, unto the personality of Godhead, who enlivens the cows and the senses. So there's a third thing. Govinda. He enlivens the cows and senses, and there's one more thing, not mentioned here. No, the very name Govinda gives pleasure to the cows, and that's mentioned. Cow, there's a third one. the land of Vrindavan. That's the third meaning of Govinda. Cows, land, and senses. Land meaning Vrindavan. Remember, there's that statement that Mother Earth becomes enlivened when Krishna is walking on her. That's mentioned in 10th canto. That this land of Vrindavan is glorious. Why? Because Krishna and Balaram are walking and the grass is feeling exuberant. Krishna. I know it's somewhere. And I think there's more than one reference. It might vary. I think you're right, Gopi Gita. Yes. Very good. So he enlivens the cows, Govinda. He enlivens the transcendental senses because the go means cow, land, and senses. But what kind of senses? Huh? Which kind of senses? Transcendental or purified senses. That kind of senses. Senses that are purified by devotional service. Okay, Nama, respectful obeisances. Nama, obeisances. Please repeat. Let me therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has become the son of Vasudeva, the pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda, and the other cowherder men of Vrindavan, and the enlivener of the cows and the senses. Because, not only Nanda, because after Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill, the cowherder men went to Nanda and said, we just now seen your 7-year-old boy hold up a mountain for 7 days and 7 nights. What's going on here? So then Nanda said, I can only tell you what Gargamuni said at his Namakarana, the name-giving ceremony, that my son would act just like Narayan. Everybody say. So the cowherd men also had great affection for Krishna. Okay, we're going to stop there because there's another mantra coming up. Piyush, can you sing for us?